Okay, this is just a test recording. I've set up OBS in my office on my new PC and just going to give it a little test and see how things go. Let's see what the sheriff has to say.
Well, Nick, hopefully everything goes okay. If not, then Sly ain't gonna like it.
Okay. Oh, well, that's right. I think you can go from Sly to truth teller at the turn of a knob. Let's see.
Okay, so now I'm the sheriff.
Now I'm in the middle.
And now I'm truth teller.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see what it sounds like when I'm done. Let's turn on the monitor. We're gonna for a test. We're gonna get Mr. Umar here. Let me see. Yeah, let me turn it down because this is a different setup than what I have. Okay, it shouldn't be. Well, I keep it up just a little, and we test so I can set up the noise gate. I mean, my compressor. Get my compressor settings where it'll be where I can tune out the microphone. Let's go, Umar. You got your mouth hanging open and your Popeyes popping. Wait a minute. Let me go ahead and crop the bottom up here just a little bit. Okay. Come on here. No, stop it. Come on. Come on, baby. There we go. Get this in just a little bit. New keyboard. These buttons are tight, but that's all right. I'll get them loose. I like this keyboard. Man, I like this keyboard. I like it better than I thought I was going to like it. But come on, let's go, Umar. Say something.
I want a television debate. I want a television debate
Turn him down
with Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley,
so
Ricky Smiley versus Dr. Umar Ifatunde. Is the Democratic Party the party of African people? Roland Martin can join in too. If they want Roland, they can bring Roland too. I want D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, and Ricky Smiley in a debate. Is the Democratic Party the party of the American African?
Compressor while he talking.
Get Steve Harvey on the phone.
Anyway.
Somebody get D.L. Hughley on the phone. Somebody get Ricky Smiley. Dr. Umar wants to come on y'all show and debate you 3-on-1. And if y'all need Roland to help you out, Roland can come too. We can make it 4-on-1. Steve Harvey said that the Omega Psi Phi brothers run the radio. In all respect to my Omega Psi Phi brothers, the late great Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad was a member of Omega Psi Phi, so I'm not going to reduce the Omegas down to 3 men. I'm not going to do that. We're going to keep this about Steve, DL,
You don't owe them
Ricky.
no apology, bro.
Okay, Steve,
they ain't even a part of this
DL,
conversation.
and Ricky, I want a debate. D.L. Hughley, will you debate me on your radio? Steve Harvey, will you debate me on your radio? Ricky Smiley, will you debate me? I'll debate all of you separately or all 3 of you together. Since y'all...
And I know he is saying that he didn't, what was that about the $10,000? Because Steve Harvey went after him, $10,000, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, that's kind of honorable of him turning down $10,000. But now I see this, he'll be able to get his $10,000 back. Because if this debate, I'm quite sure he's going to air it on his channel. And I ain't mad at him because, it is what it is. So I figure the game, when I hit the compressor, it turned it up some. Let me turn it down a couple of clicks. Yeah, but man, I don't know. Okay, this is just a test. Come on, man. Go ahead, Umar.
Y'all run black radio. Since y'all run black radio and I run black consciousness, it's only right that we have a clash of kings. Y'all called the kings of comedy, right? The kings of comedy. Let's call it the Kings of Comedy versus King Kong Consciousness. Let's call it the Kings of Comedy versus King Kong Consciousness. Let's call it the Kings of Comedy versus King Kong Consciousness. I'm ready right now. I don't need no prep time. I'm ready right now. Intellectual Ifatunde is ready right now. When we going to do this debate? When we going to do this debate? Steve, Ricky, DL, I want y'all on the stage.
Y'all think they gonna do it? I don't think they'll do it. Let me see, because Steve Harvey, he don't need the money. I don't know what Ricky Smiley looked like. And y'all know that third person, I ain't even gonna say his name. I do not like him. But anyway.
In front of the people right now.
Well, technically, I don't like none of them, but yeah, you know.
I'm doing it for Fannie Lou Hamer. I'm doing it for Emmett Till. I'm doing it for Medgar Evers. I'm doing it for Huey P. Newton. I'm doing it for His Excellency, the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. I'm doing it for the Honorable Frederick Douglass. I'm doing it for Breonna Taylor, Trayvon.
Breonna Taylor? Come on, man. Trayvon? Come on, man. Come on, man. We over. Okay. Anyway, come on, man. Let's go. I don't know if you noticed, Ifan Tunde, but there's a Star Destroyer crawling up your back. Okay. But anyway.
Martin, Sandra Bland, Amir Locke, Dante, Sonia Massey, Freddie Gray. I'm doing
That's Sonia Massey. That was terrible. That was horrible. I'm like, man, what in the hell?
it for them. Let's do the debate. Let's do the debate. If Omega Sci-Fi, if my brothers of Omega Sci-Fi, who I love and respect, want to host a debate, it could be an Omega Sci-Fi debate. You can have the purple and gold. I don't care who hosts. I don't care where it's host. I want Steve, Ricky, and DL on the same stage. Keep the same energy, Africans. Keep the same energy. King Kong Consciousness versus the Kings of Comedy. Will the real coons please stand up? King Kong Consciousness versus...
Did he say coons? Did he say real coons? Oh my.
Since the Kings of Comedy, will the real coons please stand up? I said King Kong Consciousness versus the Kings of Comedy. Let's settle this once and for all. Let's settle this once and for all.
Y'all think Umar gonna flag me for using this just to test out OBS on my system?
Oh, brother. Oh, yes. You can fool some of the people all the time and all the people some of the time, but you cannot fool the King Kong Consciousness none of the time. They bringing up Fannie Lou Hamer when the Democratic Party...
Turn on the air conditioning, brother. Turn on the AC, man. Turn it on.
sabotage Fannie Lou Hamer. Look at the hypocrisy. They don't think y'all know y'all history. They don't think y'all know y'all history. Bringing up Fannie Lou Hamer. She turned in her damn grave. She turned in her damn grave. The Democratic Party was Fannie Lou Hamer's enemy, brother and sister. It will be about both parties, but who's pushing Trump? I'm not pushing Trump, and they not pushing Trump, so we don't need to have a conversation about Trump, but we could bring it up if you like. They not pushing Trump, and I'm not pushing Trump, but we can include Trump if you want. The problem with y'all Negroes is y'all believe y'all have to belong to a plantation at all. Let me say it again. The problem with y'all Negroes is y'all believe y'all need to belong to a plantation at all. Y'all don't want to get off of a plantation. Y'all need a plantation, whether it's the Republican.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to get me another mic mute button, the hand switch, because going with the mouse over, like I done got spoiled going over and having to click it on OBS or reach over and turn the knob on the mixer. Yeah, that ain't happening. Now, let me get me another Rolls microphone switch, because clicking, it ain't working. Because if you look over when you mute it on OBS, it turns gray. but when you take it off mute, the color shows. Like I said again, this is a half hour long. God dang, I better shut up and let him play.
Republican Party plantation, Democratic Party plantation, Green Party plantation. Y'all need a plantation. That's the problem with black folks. You need to belong. Who should I vote for? Stop begging me for the right to belong to a plantation. I'm a runaway African. I represent, where my runaway Africans at? We running away with our vote. We not staying on no damn plantation. I represent the runaway slave party. I represent the runaway enslaved African vote. We done ran off the Democratic Party plantation, and we ain't coming back. We done ran off the Republican Party plantation. We ain't coming back. If you do your history, the corporation is a plantation. All of us work, right? You work at a job. You work for a corporation. The corporation is the 21st century plantation. The NBA is a plantation. NFL is plantation. Hip hop is plantation. Hollywood is plantation.
Okay, but Umar, people gotta eat. I mean, yeah, that's all good and fine, but at the end of the day, this is a dollar. Well, I can't say dollar. I'll say currency, because everyone doesn't use. This is a currency driven world. No matter where you go in this world, you have to have a job to make money. And the more demand your job is, of course, the more shekels, rubles, dinars, and all that other good stuff, the more of that stuff you'll get. And so even you, I mean, bruh, you ask for donations, and I ain't saying, hey, I ain't beating you up, but you ask for donations. And when you ask for donations, it's coming from people that work at these places that you're talking about. So if they didn't work there, where would they have the money to donate to you? Come on. I mean, I get the fiery rhetoric. I do, but I'm just throwing that in. Like I said, I hope he don't flag my ASS for using his video. This was from 2 days ago. Come on, King Kong.
Media is planted. We still on the plantation. The corporation is the new plantation, my ninja. The corporation is the new plantation. And guess what the new slave chain is? Guess what the new shackle is? The new shackle is your paycheck. The new plantation is the corporation, and the new shackle is your paycheck. The new plantation is the corporation, and the new shackle is your paycheck. Talk black to me one time, Africans. I'm a runaway slave. Remember, we ran off the Republican Party plantation. We ran off the Republican Party plantation
What?
around 1930s. It's almost 2030. It's almost 2030. So if black people could give up the Republican Party plantation back in the 1930s, why can't we give up the Democratic Party plantation in the 2020s? Who with me? I want to lead a great exodus out of the Democratic Party. We will no longer be exploited. We will no longer be taken advantage.
I got bad news for you, Sunshine. They ain't leaving the Democrat Party. Especially, come on, man. 90% of black females are liberal Democrats. 80% of black males. Well, 79%. 80 just sounds like nice and round, but it says 79 are liberal Democrats. Well, I'm not a liberal. I'm just a Democrat. Got it. Like I say, I smoke left-handed cigarettes, but I'm not a pothead. What are you smoking? Left-handed cigarettes? And that is marijuana? Then you're no, I'm not a head. I just smoke it. Does that apply to crack too? Well, yeah. I mean, just because a person smokes crack don't mean that they're a crackhead. If you smoke crack, you're a crackhead. Okay. Okay, man, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at my border down here. I'm at, cause I is only on 30 frames per second. Cause I don't have the camera on. I'm waiting on my, I got to get my little deal there, so I can plug into what was my backup camera. I'll just use it over here. It's a Sony 1080p. It ain't 4K, but the way YouTube compresses stuff, you probably wouldn't know. It's showing my CPU usage is 0.1%. So this thing here, and I got a bunch. Well, maybe that's just showing what OBS is using. That's not showing what my system as a whole is using, because my system as a whole, hell, since we testing, let's play. Let's open the task manager, and I can move it up. Well, I ain't got to do nothing. I'll just move it over to where Tunde is. And because I can see it on the other side, slide over CPU usage. Yeah, not much. And I have opened a ton of windows, but that's mainly going to be for your memory. That's why you seeing I'm using 43% of the 32 gigs of memory that this machine has. But OBS, well, you can see what OBS is using. It ain't using much. And this is, like I said, this is all them windows I got open, chewing up all that memory, Firefox and Vivaldi there. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Come on, Yvonne, today.
Cream of wheat, this is your land, but that is not a school. That is not a hospital. That is not a supermarket. That is not a bank. That is not a distribution network. That is not a system. That is not a solution. So when you niggas jump on here talking about,
oh, crap,
this is our land. Okay, the Native Americans said that too. That's not a program. That's a slogan. This is our land. That's not a solution. I'm a pretendian. That's not a solution. That's a slogan. We looking for solutions here.
He said a pretendian. Hey, I got a new one. A pretendian. Hey, I'm gonna stop at 10 minutes. We're at 7:55 for him, because I'll leave the link in here. This is just a test video.
Remember,
but I will leave his link. I will do that.
This is alive for deep thinking Africans. Let me get back to Kabamala. She was clear that the future belongs to the immigrant. She was clear that East Indians are Americans too. She was also clear that women are going to be promoted on a whole nother level to the detriment of men, especially in the black community. And she reaffirmed her loyalty to the untouchables. She made it crystal clear that she supports the untouchables, just like Obama. If you go listen to Barack Obama's acceptance speech, go listen to Barack Obama's acceptance speech in 2008 and 2012. Go listen to Barack Obama's acceptance speeches. Sound just like Kamala. And they kept pushing middle class. They kept pushing middle. Well, for all y'all who want to be pretendian, guess what? You can now be an East Indian now, pretendians. Pretendian.
I'm sorry, Umar. I'm going to steal that pretendian, but I will give you credit for the source.
Y'all could join up with the East Indians now, because they're about to take over the black community. So all pretendians, you should go get you a dot. Go get you a dot right here. Pretendians, go get you a dot. Go get you a copy of the Bhagavad Gita. Go get you some curry chicken and join in with the Kamala movement. Pretending.
I'm know he's being facetious, but I'll tell y'all something that some of y'all, I'm quite sure the majority of y'all know, they don't like us in mass. Of course, I'm not gonna say 100% of them don't like us. You know what I mean. In mass, they don't like us very much. I'm okay with that, because there's no law saying that you gotta like me. But just long as you don't bother me, But you know how I go. You decide to cross swords with me. May the best man win. Onward.
Indians, you can now be East Indians. Pretendians, you can now be East Indians. They gonna be running the show. Pretendians, you can now be East Indians. And the reason Kabamala kept talking about middle class, and the reason Kabamala kept talking about the middle class, and the reason Kabamala kept talking about the middle class, that's a code word to white America that we're not talking to black people. That's a code word to white America. Listen to me. I told y'all this 8 years ago. I told y'all this 16 years ago. When they say middle class, that means not poor. We're not talking to black people coming out of prison. We're not talking to homeless blacks. We're not talking to single black mothers with children. When you hear the word middle class, that is a code word that we're not talking to black people. That's why they had them dance for you. They had them sing for you. They had Al Sharpton and D.L. Hughley and Kerry Washington and Michelle and Barack. Symbols for Negroes, substance for everybody else. 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 Brothers and sisters, I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I'm just hurt that you have black people running around campaigning for a woman who don't even care about. This woman shook her head. I'm not going to do nothing just for black people.
She sure did.
She was so emotional in her. She could have just said, we can't only serve the American Africans. That's something we can think about. She shook her head.
She did.
The 2 drops of Negro came out of Kamala. The 2 drops of ancient African DNA came out of that South Asian woman. The 2 drops of ancient African melanin came out of that East Indian woman. And she shook her head and said, I'm not going to do nothing just for black people. With emotion.
Yeah, she did.
With emotion.
That's true.
So here's what I want to say to all of y'all who consider her a black woman. Here is what I want to say to all of y'all.
I'm gonna stop it after this, so I'm gonna get out of here. But let's hear what he say about because everybody. I ain't even y'all done heard my dissertation on it anyway.
Who consider her a black woman? If she considered herself a part of us, if she considered herself a part of us, why did she answer that question in the third person? I'm going to ask you again. If Kamala Harris considers herself an American African, a Jamaican African, if she considers herself a part of us, why did she answer that question with such negative emotion and in the third person? Why did Kamala Harris, when asked what she was going to do for black people, why did she answer that question with such negative emotion and in the third person?
You know why, bruh. All right, y'all. We gonna get out of here. I was just testing it out. Like I say, I'll get my camera and everything set up. I can't stream yet because Massive Dynamic, I still got that. I think I got one strike. I have to see when it expires, so I can stream with other people, but look like I can't fire up my own stream, which is cool. That's all right. Y'all know who I am anyway. So, well, come, hey, little sheriff, let's go.
Okay, Nick, I'm ready to go home. I'm sleepy.
Bye, y'all. Peace. Let me see if my fade is working right. Close it. Yep, it's working right. We out.